Welcome back to the ultimate test in strength athletics, the World's Strongest Man Final. We're at Malta International Airport for the plane pole.
God, don't they have vehicles that are supposed to move these planes? I guess we'll have to rely on the 10 strongmen to move this A320, which weighs nearly 97,000 pounds down the 25-meter course. The legs, arms, and upper back will be tested enormously.
And first up will be the American Travis Ortmeyer. He's in a tie for 8th place after 2 events.
This is an event where Travis can turn things around. He's got the leg power to get the initial surge on this plane.
Ready? No.
Well, that's 48 tons that Travis Ortmeyer is strapped to, Kaz. This is a huge task.
Had a bit of a problem there at the start. When asked whether he's ready to go, he said no.
Well, he's got it moving now. This is American Travis Ortmeyer trying to put up the fastest time to beat. How do you like his technique so far?
He's staying low, working hard.
What a sight to behold. Travis Ortmeyer strapped to 96,800 pounds. As he approaches the finish line, this will be the mark to beat. Pretty good so far, Kaz.
It's great work. He's pulling hard on the rope.
And he's done it. So Travis Ortmeyer's time of 40.53 now becomes the benchmark in the plane pole.
This is what it takes to get a 48-ton plane moving. From head to toe, Travis had to exert an amazing amount of force. Eventually, he got it rolling pretty good. That's just a super time.
And that will take us to another American, Brian Shaw from Fort Lupton, Colorado. As the rain starts to fall, Brian's in 4th place overall, but Kaz, is this rain going to affect Brian?
It really shouldn't, Todd. The rain just started, and it hasn't made the surface slick yet. Plus, he's got big climbing boots, which should help with traction.
So the mark he's shooting for is 40.53 seconds, put up by fellow American moments ago, Travis Ortmeyer.
Ready? Yes!
Yes! And the journey begins for American Brian Shaw amid adverse conditions. Guys, this is just a Herculean task. Remember, that's 96,800 pounds, more than 48 U.S. tons.
It's a tough pull, but if anybody can do it, Brian Shaw at 6'8" and 380 pounds. He's got it moving pretty good.
Quick hands, Kaz. You gotta like that.
He's a hard worker. You can just hear it with every breath and every step. Busting his tail.
Got a good pole going here. American Brian Shaw at the plane pole. Trying to top the time of 40.53, and look at this. Dead even, 40.53. He ties Travis Ortmeyer.
You know, the rain didn't seem to be a factor at the start. Brian was able to get his feet firmly planted and drive forward as he stayed low. And at 6'8", that's really hard to do.
So Brian Shaw posts the identical time to Travis Ortmeyer. The 2 men share the lead, and here's a look at what's at stake for Brian and the other 9 men. The winner will leave Malta with $40,000. Second place is worth $15,000. Third will get someone $10,000.
Todd, the money's secondary to these guys. The title of World's Strongest Man is what they're all after.
Ladies and gentlemen,
well, Terry Hollins of England is the beneficiary of some better weather. The sun is back out as the Englishman settles in for the 96,800-pound pole.
Well, Todd, Ortmeyer and Shaw put up some really great times.
Okay,
but they may be in serious jeopardy, as Terry Hollins could be one of the best in the world at this event.
And the mark to beat, 40.53, put up by both Americans, Brian Shaw and Travis Ortmeyer. Kaz, you talk about how good Terry Hollins is at this. Why?
Terry's a former rugby player. He's constantly pushing inside the scrum. And he's doing movements just like this. There's a lot of carryover.
Well, Terry Hollins is doing just that. Remember, folks, that is 96,800 pounds or 48 U.S. tons. And Terry Hollins going to do it. New mark to beat in the plane pole. 38.19 seconds for the big man from England.
Come on!
A couple of big tugs on the rope, and Terry Hollins had the plane moving. The A320 just flying down the tarmac, and ultimately he crossed the line with the lead. He's now standing by with Kaz.
Terry, phenomenal start. What's with that double pump? How does that work for you?
The reason I do it, I find a lot of guys just take one pump and then start walking. It's a heavy start, so I thought, give it 2 good goes, then start the walk, and hopefully it'll generate a bit more speed off the start.
Well, that certainly did work. See if it holds up. Nice job.
Thanks very much. Thank you. I hope so.
Terry Holland's just put on a clinic in the plane pole, but some great athletes are still to come. Poundstone, Savickas, and Pudzianowski are up when we return to the World's Strongest Man Final.